All right, today we're going to deconstruct something that feels a lot like social magic. We're going to peel back the curtain on those effortlessly charismatic people. The ones who seem to connect with absolutely everyone. Let's dive right in.
So what is it? What's the secret sauce these people have? What do they know that maybe the rest of us don't? What's the secret behind their knack for making every single conversation feel so engaging? Let's really get into it.
I mean, you know the type, right? You meet someone, and within just a few minutes, it's like, bam, you just click. You feel like you've known them forever. They make conversation feel totally natural, like they have this master key that just unlocks instant rapport. It really does feel like they've got some kind of superpower, doesn't it? They can walk into a tense meeting and just calm everyone down. They can show up to a boring party and suddenly it's the place to be. But here's the thing. It's not actually magic. It's psychology. They've just figured out a fundamental truth about human beings. And that right there, that brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. These social masters, they know how to find and press a universal happy button that exists inside every single one of us. And once you know where it is, it's like having the master key to connection. Okay, so here it is, the big secret. We all have this deep, fundamental need to be seen. But it's not just about being seen for who we are right now. No, what we really crave is to be seen for who we aspire to be, for the best version of ourselves. We want someone to recognize the good qualities, the character traits we're proud of. Okay, check out the difference here. This is huge. On the left, you've got a simple observation. You look tired. I mean, it's not mean, but it's just a fact. It doesn't really connect. But look at the one on the right. That comment affirms their character. It sees them as a considerate, detail-oriented person. That's the key. It's not just seeing them, it's seeing who they want to be. And believe it or not, there's actual brain science behind this. When someone acknowledges your positive traits, your idealized self, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine. That's the same chemical you get from rewards and pleasure. You're literally giving their brain a little hit of a feel-good chemical. And guess what? They're going to associate that awesome feeling with you. Okay, so this is all great in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? How can we put this idea into practice? Well, let's break it down into 4 really practical, actionable keys you can start using right away. So here's the game plan. We've got 4 keys to connection. First, we're going to learn how to make them the star of the show. Then, we'll dive into acknowledging their secret expertise. After that, we'll find real common ground. And finally, tap into the power of their memories. All right. Key number 1, and this one sounds so simple, but it is so powerful. We live in a world where everyone is just dying to talk about themselves, fighting for the microphone. So the rarest, most valuable gift you can give someone is just to listen, to make them the hero of their own story. And this quote just nails it. We all walk around with a little movie playing in our heads, and in that movie, we're the main character. Always. So when you're the one who shines the spotlight on them, man, that's powerful. You're satisfying one of the deepest needs we have, to feel heard and to feel like we matter. Okay, moving on to key number 2. Acknowledge their expertise. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is an expert in something. And listen, this isn't about their 9-to-5 job. It could be anything. A passion for baking, a love for old movies, a ridiculously deep knowledge of houseplants. Your mission is to find it and give them a stage to talk about it. Let's look at a super simple shift in how you ask a question. Is that coffee good? Is fine. You'll get a one-word answer. But asking, you seem to know your coffee, does something totally different. It validates their choice. It acknowledges they have some knowledge. Suddenly, they're not just answering a question. They're the expert. They're the teacher. And people love that feeling. Key number 3 is all about finding authentic common ground. But we've got to go deeper than just, oh, you like that band? Me too. Surface level stuff is fine, but real connection happens when you explore the shared feeling behind an experience. So here's how you do it. Instead of just stopping at, oh, me too, you open a door to the emotion behind it. You invite them to talk about that feeling of the first paycheck. When you connect on the level of feelings and shared meaning, it creates that incredible you get me moment. That's where the bond forms. And our final key. Number 4. Honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all. Think about it. The conversations you really remember. They're not about data or facts, right? They're the ones that made you feel something. Great conversationalists are masters at guiding people toward their positive memories. And again, the science here is just so cool. When you ask someone about a happy memory, like their favorite vacation or a moment they were really proud, their brain re-releases some of those same feel-good chemicals. I mean, you're literally helping them relive a moment of joy. How amazing is that? It's like you're handing them a little gift of happiness, right there in the conversation.
Okay, so we have these 4 keys, but what ties them all together? Well, it's the art of asking the right kind of questions. It's about being a guide, leading the conversation from the shallow end of the pool into the deep end, where real connection happens.
The best way to think about this is like a 3-level framework. You start on level 1 with basic facts. Then you move up to level 2, which is all about feelings. And finally, you reach level 3, which is about meaning, values, and perspective. Let's watch how this works in a real conversation. You start easy with a fact. So you just got back from a trip? Simple. Then you gently move to level 2, feeling. What was the most rewarding part of that for you? And if the moment feels right, you can go to level 3, meaning, what did that trip teach you about yourself? See that? That's the path. That's how you get from small talk to a real, memorable conversation. All right, we've gone over a ton of tools and techniques, but I have to be really clear about something. There's one golden rule that holds all of this up. And without it, none of this works, not a single bit of it. This is so important. These are not tricks for manipulating people. They are tools for connection. We humans have this built-in radar for fakeness, you know? If your questions don't come from a place of genuine curiosity, if you don't actually care about the answer, people will know. They'll feel it. True connection can never, ever be faked. So at the end of the day, being great at conversation isn't about being the smartest person in the room or having the funniest stories. It's about making the other person feel smart, funny, and valued. It's about making them feel truly seen. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Who will you help feel seen today?